The season of giving is known for what? Hi, I'm James, and welcome to this Perceptive Readers Telegram app moment. During a season of giving, most people would recognize it as a time of being proactive. Proactive is also synonymous with being good. Good at what? Looking for something that will make another person happy, and you can actually give it to them at a special time during the season of giving. All during, that's why it's called season. During those days, people are proactively looking for gifts to give to someone else. It's not, on a whim, it's actually planned out. And many persons have gained wonderful things over the years from friends, family, and special persons, even in those type of raffle type things or what have you, potlucks, whatever you want to call them, even from people they didn't know at time. But all of that is known to be in the season of giving. Along with that, what normally goes with the gift at times? Some type of card. And you might think about the brand of the Hallmark card, used quite a bit during this time. No, this is not an ad or anything. This is just stating some facts in the commentary that persons often use Hallmark cards. And why? Because they actually reflect givingness, a feeling of love and appreciation and greetings, etc., etc. And so people look for those, and they have a tendency, like I said, to put them right with the gift. Now, the other thing that the Hallmark card shows and why it's so attractive is because it's reflecting love. Yes. And love is linked with what? Giving. Yes. And so in this day and age, uh, one of the points about Christians, true Christians, their hallmark would be, their greeting would be, they would be recognized as ones who love and love one another dearly. Yes, Jesus talked about that in the scriptures. And so, since we're talking about the season of giving, we know at times love really does move a person to be proactive, and we say nice greetings to one another, but during certain times of the year as well. It doesn't even have to be during a season of giving. Persons who are filled with love, they just give. You see, often for persons who are practicing the Christian faith, this is not to say that it doesn't have any other faiths, but this is just what we're talking about. Is the point is love makes reciprocation really natural. It's just a natural thing that happens. Sometimes people may say, you shouldn't have to be looking for a gift. But again, that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about again is, of course, no, you don't give something necessarily to get something back, except but maybe that good feeling that you made someone else happy, and we're coming to that. But it normally naturally, and I talked about this before with the examples of getting an apple pie. You bake an apple pie for somebody and it tastes so good, they just want to do something good for you, whether they want to go bake you a pumpkin pie or something later. See, love moves a person to reciprocate in time. You see, if not right away, it just happens because that's a part of love. So, with that also in mind, uh, do you feel it's important to keep that feeling or proactive giving and reciprocation in the society? The reason why I am mentioning this is because the way some societies or some ways of functioning of this system, it is actually geared towards making a person more selfish or even have to be selfish. What do you mean? Well, what I mean by this is when you actually think about uh, inflation, you think about high taxes and things of that nature. What what type of pressure does it put on the person? Yes, a person may say, "Hey, I have $100 for gifts, you see, this year," and every year before that, they've always had $100 for gifts or more, but we're sticking with the number 100 right now. But what would happen during the time of a lot of inflation or high taxes? Would they have that same amount to give? Okay. And so the person, due to the necessities of life, could come to a point. I just don't have, much to put into doing this year or that year during the season of giving. Am I correct? Yes, I am. But all the same, will the spirit still be there, you see, of giving what you can, even if it's a nice to see you. Hello, it's wonderful to see you. Or whatever it may be. Material, yes, material needs are certainly important. But may we never lose the spirit of life itself, you see, because basically, as I said before, uh, the way this system is set up, it can make a person feel so downtrodden, so in need that even when they start having an abundance at times, it may not feel like quite enough because of being in a pauper or destitute situation for so long, you see. However, love will continue to move such a person to, come out of it, if you will. And when I talk about giving, I want to emphasize again that for the most part, people do give out of their abundance. And see, and that's just good, once again, practicality, okay? That's just practicality right there, because you realize you have to pay your bills first. You have to pay other things and take care of your uh, substance, your food and everything. You have to do that. You shouldn't um, make your gift giving cut into that, because that is due to, the sources that it's supposed to belong to. And I just want to emphasize that the whole point is, when it still comes to, giving and the way that this world can make you feel at times, uh, still let that spirit stay with you, um, to do the best you can in being proactive of sharing good with somebody, you see. It doesn't have to be material. Sometimes all it requires is just your time and your voice, or authorship of a Hallmark. God, you don't have to buy one, but you can certainly think of some good thoughts that could probably be put in there, and you could always send it to somebody. You could through email or text or what have you. Even though I know sometimes people make a joke and they said, "Don't you put me on no chain list," and so I'm not even going there. I'm just still letting you know that genuinely having a nice word to say to somebody, genuinely reciprocating, even if something good was done to you once or even more throughout the year by somebody that you say, I never even said thank you for that to that person, you see. And so, with all that in mind, during the season of giving, people are proactive, and yet let that proactive giving, that hallmark mark of love, if you will, be with you all year round to the best of your ability. I'm James. Thank you for being here in this Perceptive Readers app, Telegram app moment. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.